Greetings and hello once again. This here is the ancient spirit, Tralaka. Well, at least talking here through spirit. Now, video 56. I am going to work on answering some questions directly from other viewers, and let's get to it. I do remember past lives, including technology, though I do not remember the exacts on the designs or drawings, though many use some very high science and high science symbologies combinations that truly would amaze the 21st century scientists. Even today, they would be, oh, wow! Though I do not remember the real purpose of the designs and the symbols, and that, though I do understand from other lives, it was a very high sacred science, which would tap into the universe in aiding to pull down through these devices I've seen and provide incredible power. Remember that the living multidimensional universe cannot be overtapped of energy, though in times there needs to be a balancing factor to somehow in that micro nanosecond to take care of that void created when that energy is beginning to be tapped into at such levels. You could say a trans-dimensional buffer is needed in the situations. Okay, let me draw you a little picture of this in rough sorts. Let's say you are walking down a loose gravel driveway. Let's say that there was 9 inches of loose gravel deep. It was just put there and leveled out, and all the loose gravel represents energy within the living multidimensional universe. Okay, now let's say you walk across that loose gravel with a shovel and its tips digging a deep groove into the stones behind you as you walk. Okay, now picture that you are drawing deeply from that energy of the universe in that apparatus. Okay, now picture behind that a multi-dimensional fine-tooth rake being drawn behind that shovel and pulling the gravel, which is the disturbed energy around the rut you just dug in the flow of the universe to pull the energy. That rake in the application here is that buffer I was speaking about. One would need to install to pull in a multi-dimensional manner to smooth the energies around it and fill the groove, so to speak, that the energy was gathered around from in that nanoseconds. All right? How's this so far? Okay? Now, let us go on. So, this energy being drawn in this multidimensional manner has to be very safely orchestrated to keep the machine going smoothly in energy transfer and the other places that need it. Because if one would be doing this but leaving little eddies of pockets in the area multidimensional universe, this could have a very huge destabilization of your whole area, which upon could cause momentarily buckling of dimensions in a very chaotic manner, which would be like razors. Throw this in this way through either 3, 4, 5, or whatever, and continual dimensions slicing through. This is the example what would happen over a time of a few nanoseconds to a few moments, depending just how much of a being screwed up when operating the machines or engines. In a worst case scenario, even a time fluctuation in which a local area of that experiment that's going on could be erased out. Not so much because of the element of time, but because of the rip that had it encountered from the wrong settings on the machine when it began to go within and draw the energy out. Okay, this is an extremely powerful method of drawing energy. This is why the higher sacred sciences are needed, and the symbology for the balance and holding that tapping point within a certain area being drawn energy barriers. Though, with the right setting, the machine could draw out energy for centuries without ever being moved, unless, of course, you have it to like power a spaceship. Then, of course, you would need it to move with your ship. You need in space, let's say, while making sure a skin of energy is around the outside of your skin to protect it from this same device, and you need a very cheap as well as then the energy barriers needed to hold in certain parameters and to force it outwards to move the ship forward or such other maneuvers. The name here of that super heavy duty but light in weight is needed for the encasing. Now, if I remember right from a very, very long time ago, many lives ago, it sounds something closely to triolithium helium. Uh, I do not remember it exactly, but it sounded something like that. But this element, this is an actual element that is created, but is made of when it is like some material that's mined off of some asteroids with some combinations of materials, some suns, in solar systems throw off when they're burning. This creates an extremely strong stuff when made, and makes great ship walls and armor because it is so incredibly dense but extremely light. If a species has the ways to make it safely, the energy walls to retain the pulled energies out of the multi-dimension or the fabric of space is also drawn from the energies being drawn out. Though to make sure as the machine is started up that it first pulls out the energy, that first nanosecond fraction, and then flows it into the empowering the energy retaining walls to keep everything safe. All right. Now, most of the loads of info that comes to me is explanations of different species I have had encountered, and different meditations and meditation walks and so forth. I will see many, many thousands of pictures in those meditations and that, but I got a problem. A lot of times I don't see the actual blueprint, but I'll see the machine working, and I'll see beings working around it. Uh, okay, so this here is the ancient spirit Tralaka. As always, be safe, journey safely, experience many things, broaden your mind, rewrite your mind to be more efficient, and throw out the dross of that programming crap when you were growing up that you were force fed with shovels from the schooling system, which is just, most of it is just made to control you, which is horrible, and it is an insult to the species of spirit humans. So take care. Good night.